Atlantic's Ron Brownstein writes today, Ryan chose to tolerate both Trump's personal excesses and his racially polarizing words and deeds as the price worth paying to advance Ryan's own top priorities, cutting spending, regulations, and above all, taxes. The result was that Ryan, more than any other prominent Republican, personified the devil's bargain the GOP has signed with Trump. Good writing there. Ryan responded to that on CNN today.
I don't see getting things done for the country, keeping your promises, making a difference, a devil's bargain. Look, we have separation of powers. We have 3 separate co-equal branches of government. We have many different kinds of Republicans. I'm grateful for the president to win the election, to give us this chance and opportunity to make a big difference in people's lives.
Well, just a short time ago, President Trump tweeted a photo with Ryan. There it is. And the rest of the Republican congressional leadership giving a thumbs up. There they are in advance of a dinner at the White House tonight. For more info, my former Romney advisor, Ryan Williams, and Donna Edwards, former Democratic Congresswoman from Maryland and senior fellow at the Brennan Center for Justice. Let me ask you, has the Republican leadership in the Senate and the House and Congress altogether been any kind of check on Trump? Have they stopped him from doing anything he wanted to do?
I think they've tried to work with the president. We have obviously
have they stopped him from doing anything he wanted to do?
They've tried to get things done. We have one-party government in Washington. I think criticizing the president would have endangered that, and I think people made the decision that it's best to work with this president if you want to get anything passed, and I think that's what Speaker Ryan's done.
So the division of powers in the Constitution in this case was not relevant?
No, look, I think members of the leadership have been driving the train on many of these major policy initiatives.
All right.
I think
the Republican Party fairly recently and for decades stood for free trade. Hasn't the Republican Party and recently and for decades been for reducing the federal deficit and not adding $1.5 trillion to it in tax giveaways? Hasn't it now given up all that philosophy about free trade to the Trump idea of warring with China?
Look, I think Speaker Ryan voiced his opposition to these tariffs.
To what effect?
He said he doesn't support them.
I mean, to what effect, his opposition?
Well,
he controls the House of Representatives.
He does. I think he's working with the president to convince him.
How does he use that power to influence presidential policy?
I think he's using his bully pulpit right now.
I think you've admitted it, Ryan. The president's been calling the shots. Donna, looking across the aisle at this, the Republican Party of old is gone. The Whig Party, if you will, of sort of moderate republicanism, of cutting deficits and free trade and, whatever, is gone.
Well, it's been a progression.
Thanks to Ryan.
It has, but it's been a progression over the last 20 years. And, what Ryan has done, he said, I want a couple of things done, and I'm going to ignore the president's moral character. I'm going to ignore the fact that...
I never mentioned that.
I know, but I'm saying it. But I think that he did make a bargain with the devil. And, and I think Paul Ryan, at his heart, he actually believes in institutions. And I do believe that it has become increasingly more difficult to defend the institution with Donald Trump as president. That said, I think that he's also been complicit because he wanted tax cuts and he wanted deregulation. And, there's no value in that. And for Democrats, look, we shouldn't be salivating. But the fact is that it's the writing is on the wall, and he's reading the tea leaves, and he's saying, I'd rather go out as Speaker than go out as Minority Leader.
Well, today, about to be former Speaker, Ryan insists he's not waving a white flag, nor is he worried about his party's chances. As Alfred E. Newman, he's not worried. He ought to be worried. What me worry? They're going to lose about 30 seats. Here he is.
I want to be clear. I'm not done yet. I intend to run through the tape to finish the year. I really do not believe whether I stay or go in 2019 is going to affect a person's individual race for Congress. I really don't think a person's race for Congress is going to hinge on whether Paul Ryan's Speaker or not.
But another retiring Republican congressman, Pennsylvania's Charlie Denny, was on last night here, said President Trump is the real source of the Republican fatigue.
I think there's a lot of weariness and a lot of exhaustion, frankly. This is going to be a challenging year. And I've said this many times that, the litmus test for being a Republican these days is not about any given set of ideals or principles. It's about loyalty to the man. And I think that's challenging.
What do you make of the Republican Party right now? Is it going to be different when Trump's gone? Or is it the same as it was before he arrived? Has he influenced the direction of your party?
Yes, he's the leader of the party right now.
How has he influenced the direction of your party once he's gone? How will it be different?
He's taken it away.
Will it be more of a party of big deficits and protectionism? Will it be more of that kind of party?
He certainly altered the party. He's taken it away from the party of George Bush.
How's he improved it?
He won. That we didn't.
How's he improved the Republican Party in policymaking?
Look, he got tax reform done. That's a significant accomplishment. The House and the Senate got that done with the president. Tax reform doesn't happen very often, but certainly he's moved the party away.
You call it tax reform?
Yes.
How's it a reform?
It's
like big tax
changed the code for the better.
Money. Okay, anyway, thank you, Ryan Williams. Thanks for coming on. It's a difficult day to defend. Anyway, thank you as Congresswoman Donna Edwards, former congressman now running for county executive in Prince George's, not Peachy, Prince George's County.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.